I figured I'd share the medium messages from last night during my live that weren't claimed this morning from my deck. So you can enjoy the birds and I'll enjoy my beast and we'll just get this out there. There were two messages that came through. I would have done more, but the second one kind of shook me and had me in tears. So I didn't really want to do much more after that. I kind of needed to lighten the mood, which was cute because you all just stepped up and gave me fun, silly things to talk about instead. Like my silly swing that still doesn't have a cover. But the messages were this. There was first an older gentleman. I want to say his name was Herschel. He started off the reading by showing me a Hershey bar. So I think his name may have been Herschel, but his nickname was Hershey. And he showed me a long looking car that I think may have been an Impala. But it looked low to the ground kind of car, and it was long. I'm not a car person, so don't shoot me. I don't know. He showed me a big, huge garage that had like a garage door opening and closing. And he showed me that more than once. So I guess I'm thinking maybe he may have owned the garage because it seemed important to him. I also saw what looked like a hydraulic lift going up and down. I also heard the word Verna or Vernon, I wanted to say it was a girl's name and it began with a V. I mean, it could be Velma, but I really kind of thought might have been Verna. I do think that he may have had a lung disorder. It could have been emphysema or COPD, but he made all of a sudden made my chest just really hard to breathe. And actually during the live itself, I started to cough, which I just think may have been emphysema. I saw an E that came with that. And then he very graciously stepped back for a young woman to come forward. And this is the one that made me cry. She, I believe, was 17. I didn't know this at the beginning of the reading. I just saw the number 17. I believe she may have been killed in a car accident. And because I got things like she didn't know it was coming. And it was all of a sudden and it happened quick. And I think her neck may have been broken. I felt like a blunt impact on the back of my left shoulder and my neck snapped back kind of feeling. And so I think it may have been like an instant thing. I did feel lots of pain on the right side of my head later on in the reading. She showed me what looked like a C and it was important to her, like she was wearing it. So I didn't know if it was like a C necklace and her name began with a C, although somebody brought up later on in the live that it could have been a C for captain. And that could be, like that could very well be. I think she may have been 17 years old. And she was just, she was showing me all sorts of memorial type things. So I don't know if this is like a recent thing, but she was showing me the ambulances. She was showing me fire trucks. She was showing me what looked like a vigil, like a candlelight vigil. She showed me, trying to remember what else she showed me. Oh, flowers. She showed me flowers. And this is what got to me. 'Cause I'm a mom, and I was already heartbroken by the fact that this was coming through. It's crushing when it's a child. It's crushing when it's this young life. But what she did was she showed me flowers, lots of different flowers. She showed me pink carnations, she showed me pink roses, and she showed me yellow roses. And towards the end of the reading, she was handing me a rose, which made me feel like, or I don't think it was a rose actually. I think it was a flower, just a regular flower. But it was pink. And she was sharing this with me, like she was giving it to me in gratitude. So I don't know who this was. I don't have any names as to who this was particularly for. But the C matters. And that might be a little bit more of a defining clue. It made me cry. My heart broke. And we had to take a second to just kind of change the subject and shake it off. But yeah, so for whoever it is that claims Herschel and Hershey, I'm happy for you. And for the grieving mom, my heart breaks for you, but I'm also happy for you because she reached out and she wants you to know she's there and it's all okay. It's going to be okay.